Bay Point Q1 2022. This is a real estate market report, and we're going to jump straight into it. Welcome back. This is the YouTube channel Bay Real Experts, where we aim to educate you on the real estate market in Panama City Beach, so your next move can be smart. Right now, we're going to be talking about Bay Point, and with me today is Libby Sipple, the First Lady of Real Estate, Bay Point expert. Welcome to our real estate market report for this month.
And this is my first time on YouTube, so I hope you won't be disappointed in me.
Actually, you probably just don't remember all those times I'm hiding behind you with the camera and following you around. You've been on YouTube, especially our channel before.
Well, this is a special YouTube for me.
Right on. So you guys, without further ado, let's jump straight into the real estate market report for the first quarter. We're actually going to compare year over year of what has happened in the Bay Point, greater Bay Point area last year versus this year. So let's go.
And it's much better this year, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay.
Got to make sure everyone can see both of us here.
Please.
All right, let's start at the top. So in this first quarter of 2022, there has recently been 19 homes that sold, whereas last year in the first quarter, there were 20. So a little bit by one this year, we were down. Average selling price this year in the first quarter was $719,416 versus last year, average selling price was $549,653.
That's much better.
Yes.
It's going up.
Prices are going up. That's awesome. This year, average days on market was 40 versus last year in the first quarter, average days on market for solds was 65.
If my math is correct, 25 days less on the market?
Yes.
Okay.
So things are moving quick. As far as the average selling price to list price ratio, there was no change between the first quarter of this year versus last year. We stayed flat at 96.6%, which is slightly lower than the historical average for real estate market as a whole, but it's still pretty good. People are still getting pretty darn close to what they're listing at, so that's good news. As of right now, there are 11 active listings and 12 pendings. So since about January, we've had about 18 homes that have sold in the Bay Point or greater Bay Point area with an average listing price of $1.335 million.
Amazing.
Yeah. So average selling price though, for those 18 homes that sold in this first quarter was $720,494. So we're waiting for some of those luxury properties, waterfront properties to sell. And then I'm sure we'll see that average selling price just jump straight up.
When you say greater Bay Point area,
Yes.
do you mean just Bay Point or beyond?
Beyond Bay Point,
okay.
Slightly. So we're talking south of Magnolia Beach Road, but all the way down to the end of the peninsula is kind of what we're watching here with this market report.
I just wanted to make sure.
Right on. Thanks for the clarification.
Okay.
Average days on market for those 18 homes sold was 35. So moving even faster now. So if your home's been on the market for a month or two, and it sells, that's really, really, really fast. We look at a flat market as around 5 months, but we haven't seen that in a few years. So
sometimes they sell quicker than that, as you know. That's average. So
well, I think that pretty much wraps up our market report, but I know you had some pretty cool news that you wanted to talk about.
Very pleased.
Libby's been in Bay Point for a while now. How long have you been a resident there?
43 years.
Okay, and how long have you been selling in there?
About 37 or 8 years. So.
Kind of the inside joke we have is that Libby sold everything in there at least once or twice or maybe even 3 times or more.
All except the new things. I talked to John Warren, and he's the gentleman who purchased the golf courses. And he was kind enough to give me to clarify some information for me. And he's doing a great job with the golf courses, and one of them was in such disrepair. And so we're all pleased that he's, number one, cleaning it up.
Yes.
And I asked him about the rumor on the airstrip that everyone's talking about. And he said the airstrip that he's planning on doing is actually for himself. It is not.
And would that be between Amberjack and Magnolia Beach Road?
It's between, he called it Delwood Beach.
Okay.
And Magnolia Beach.
Gotcha.
And he said it would be a private airstrip for himself. And he could possibly let others use it, but it is not a public airstrip. It is not for private homes there. It is for his personal use. And I just did not ask what kind of plane he had. I think it's a smaller plane, but I'm not sure.
Did he give any indication if it's a dream, a hope, or is it approved? Like, where is that project in the?
I didn't ask. I am so sorry, but I think it's done. I think it's been approved, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But rather than have all the rumors floating around about all the homes that's going to have their own private strip, that is not true.
Okay.
As of today. And so he did say he was going to extend the length of the canal, and he's hoping to have at least 45 new canal lots, maybe 50. That would be wonderful if he could. And, have some nice lots with course.
That's pretty exciting because there is a shortage of, at some point there will always be a shortage. Everyone wants boatable, dockable property, so that would be cool.
It would be so nice.
We would love to sell those.
Oh, I know. John, we would love to sell those for you.
I wouldn't mind buying one either.
I know. And he just needs to make money. He cannot just keep the golf course going without making some money, which we all know. And he was very helpful and explaining some things to me. And hopefully next month we'll have more information.
Cool.
And I also talked to Daniel Fussell about the marina.
Ah, good. I was hoping that there was some news on the marina. Yes. What's happening there?
Well, they hope to complete everything by the end of the month. They were wanting to have it done by February, but they didn't make it.
Okay.
There will be, I think he said 127 docks.
Okay.
And they're changing the name, and I guess it's already been changed from Bay Point Marina to Point South Marina.
That's going to take a minute to get used to.
It is going to. I kept saying it over and over so that I wouldn't make a mistake today. So we're going to have a little fun early on saying.
Used to calling it one thing for so long, and it'll take a minute.
Yeah. Now, where's your boat going to be? Point South. But no, what direction? Point South at Bay Point. So we'll have a lot of fun early on.
There might be an official name and then another name.
But anyway, it's being changed from the Bay Point Marina to Point South Marina. So anyway, we'll all get used to that. But we're all excited with all the new changes at Bay Point. And both John and Daniel are going to be great assets for us to have here. And anyway, they were both so helpful to me. And hopefully next month we'll have more information to give to the people.
And Libya, I do want to thank you for making the special trip into the studio to film this episode. I know our viewers are really going to appreciate your presence here, as do I. So thank you so much for sharing your wealth of information and expertise. And we hope that you'll return for our next episode on Bay Point. I just love
it. Bay Point is doing so good. Property values are going up. And anyway, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on the show. All right, you guys, if you have property that you want to buy or sell in Bay Point or really anywhere in the Northwest Florida area, we would love to help you with that. We're going to go ahead and leave our contact information down below. And if you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification so you don't miss anything, and you'll get to see Libby again in a month. So
Thank you.
Maybe sooner.
Hope so.
That'll be a surprise, though. All right, you guys, thanks again for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Thanks for having me.
Bye for now.